Hi guys, welcome to Country Critter Homestead, where we do farming on a budget. Well, I've been gone a while. Not necessarily gone anywhere, just gone off of YouTube. A lot of things are happening. Not necessarily good things, but they're happening nonetheless. One is I had a mini stroke about a month or so ago, and a few days after the mini stroke, I got diagnosed with MS. So I've been dealing with that. Scott has moved to Arkansas. We are not together right now. We are currently separated. And as hard as that is to handle, I'm handling it the best way I can. We've had some baby goats born. We've had some goats die. Casey, one of our little white ones, she actually had twins, and she died, and so did the twins. We started a dog rescue. So if you hear dogs barking, that's because there are dogs in the kennels, and they're throwing a fit because the goats are out running around. But things are changing, and I don't really know how to handle some things, I guess you could say. But I got into some counseling, and I'm doing that once a week. And I'm doing physical therapy for the mini stroke and the MS. And I've just been resting. I have good days and I have bad days. Sometimes my body doesn't want to work, and that's the MS. And those are days I really rest, and I don't try to come outside. My depression got the best of me the other day. I tried really hard not to let it, and it got the best of me the other day. And I was in a really dark place, and I reached out for help and got it that same day. And I'm working with things a little bit better. I don't let things hit me as hard. Whatever happens is going to happen, and right now everything's out of my control. It's hard dealing with a dog rescue and a farm on your own. I mean, Steven's here to help, but it's still hard. We've been getting some rain, which is really good because it's been so dry here, and that helps a lot. I'm watching the goats graze, but it's just, there are days I can't handle. There's days I gotta give to God. The days I cannot handle, I have to give over to God, because if I don't and I try to handle it, it's not going to come out good. So I always give those days over to God, and sometimes there's more days of those than there are good days. For a really long time, I put God on the back burner, because so many things had happened in my life that I was like, why would God allow that? So I put God on the back burner. And I was so angry all my life. All my life I've been angry at something, at someone. And I grew up in an angry home, in a violent home, and I didn't realize how that was impacting my married life. And it got to the point that my husband couldn't handle it anymore. He couldn't handle the screaming, he couldn't handle the yelling, he couldn't handle the fighting. And he had to go. He had to leave. And because of my actions, it impacted my marriage to the point where he feels it's not fixable. And sometimes we have to take what we don't think is fixable and put it in God's hands and let Him fix it. I watched his church on YouTube. It's called Christian Warrior Church with Pastor Micah. And he talks about a lot about God and marriage and relationships. And when I started watching him, I realized what I had done wrong, what I was doing wrong, and that I needed to fix those. I needed to fix those wrongs. And I needed to fix the behavior that was causing those wrongs. So I try really hard not to yell or scream. I try to keep the anger out of my voice. Even if I can feel it building up inside of me, I try to keep it out of my voice. And I just try to do the best I can. I've apologized I don't know how many times already to my husband. And even though I tell him every single day I love him still, and that I need him and I want him, he is so hurt and he is so headstrong about things. But I try just to deal with it the best way I can. I don't know what's going to happen. All I can do is live for today. But when I wake up in the mornings, I say my morning prayers, I read my devotionals, and I ask God to protect my husband that day. And I do the same thing before I go to bed. I read my nightly prayers and my devotional. And I'll read whatever scripture I'm in the mood. I'll put my mood, and whatever comes up, I'll read that scripture. And before I go to bed, I'll ask God to protect my husband. I don't think he really realizes how much I do love him. But I'm hoping he sees this. I had someone text me today about selling this place. And I'm kind of on the fence about that because it needs so much work. The trailer house still needs so much work. The property needs so much work. But I'm not sure if I'm at the right place where my health is at to start over somewhere else and try to build this farm up. I'm just not sure. And I feel like if I left this place, I'd be running away from my problems and maybe creating new ones. So I'm really on the fence about selling this place. Plus, I'm really not at a position right now financially to pay house rent or a house mortgage on something else and pay bills and still try to take care of the animals. Because right now, we're just living off of my son's SSI. And there's nothing left over for anything else. Because I'm not getting any type of financial support. And we're just doing the best we can with just the two of us. You hear the dogs inside? They're having a fit. But that's what's going on. So I guess you guys are caught up. And I hope you guys are having a glorious day. Keep God in your life. He loves you. Even if you feel like nobody else does, He loves you. And we will always love you. And we will talk to you later. Bye.